Alright, thank you for checking out the video. I'm just going to do a short introduction into the T-Mobile Wing. It's a phone that I've had for over a year now. Only recently though have I started messing around with it to see what I can change and modify to speed up the phone and all those common problems that people usually have a bad experience with right from the get-go. So if your memory's short or low, you feel like the phone's too slow, I'm going to show you some things that I did, and hopefully it's informative and you can customize your phone the way you want to. So the first thing you're seeing here right now is a program called Memory Aid. So what that does, it just kills background processes and cleans up, files and folders for you. So that's done doing its thing. Let me close that out. Okay. And the first thing you'll see is that's not your standard T-Mobile Wing screen, but if you're looking at modifying it, that's one of the results that you could get. The results are endless actually. So this is the HCC Home plugin. It's got the home button there, and then that's a button for your emails. This one here will take you directly to your text messages. Any missed calls you may have. Alright, and then I'm going to scroll back down here and show you some of the other stuff. So what we've got here is an actual weather application, really nice. Let me scroll up and show you the extended forecast, which I also like. So that's pretty cool. Customize it for whatever city or area you might live in. This is a favorite people application. Basically, if you call a lot of or use the same contacts, a lot or frequently, similar to MyFace, but you don't get the benefit of the calling plan. You can program them into your favorites, and then if you're going to change ringtones or your volume settings or anything like that, you can do it through there. And the thing that I just selected is called Battery Status. That's a really good program. So that will actually help you keep tabs on your battery and also speeding up the processor. So I'll actually show you by going to my start menu and going to my programs. And once I get into programs, it's called Battery Status. And by clicking on Battery Status, we go down here to the bottom. There's a list of buttons here. It's called OMAP. And in this area here, you'll see original CPU speed is 201. You can overclock this to quite a few different speeds. So 299, click set, mine's set, and mine's been running steady at 299 when I'm actually running applications, and runs pretty good. But again, big fat warning down here, use the OMAP features at your own risk. The creator of the software is not responsible for any damage caused by this piece of software. So there's disclaimers everywhere for this sort of stuff. So you really do got to be careful. If it's not liking or something, it's not performing properly, you might want to uninstall it or reinstall it. But play around with it if you're not too overly concerned about messing up your phone. At this point, I've had mine for over a year, so I've got no problem messing around with it. Okay. Let's see. Let me show you something else here. Space Reclaimer is a program that I purchased through Handango. It's about 10 bucks. And it'll do something similar to Memory Aid, but this one is very thorough also. And it'll show you, so you saw how fast everything went through there, so that means everything's pretty much already optimized. If you want to play games, I have a Nintendo emulator on here. I also have Pac-Man on here, so if you want to play Pac-Man, you go to Programs, go to Games. There's Pac-Man. You see how quick everything is actually loading too, and that's because of the processor speed being sped up. So play Pac-Man. It doesn't take very long for that to show up. Alright, so Pac-Man in a nutshell, and it'll take you through all the levels. This one over here is called Pocket Nester. So Pocket Nester, again, is a Nintendo emulator, so let me show you how that looks. I'm going to back out of here, go to Start, File Explorer, and this is all the stuff that's stored on my memory card, so it's quite a lot of games. They don't take up too much space, and yes, they are full versions. So if you're looking for that sort of stuff, just do a search for ROMs, Nintendo ROMs or NES ROMs. You know, of course we got the original Mario, and you see how quick, again, everything loads up pretty fast. I click OK, and we're playing Mario. Okay, so there's Mario, and then let's see, a lot of you guys are probably familiar with Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I'll just go through that one real quick too. So you can see how quick everything loads once the processor has been, you know, sped up. Alright, extremely quick. You wouldn't be able to do that if you didn't modify any of those settings like I mentioned before. So again, Pocket Nester, just download Nintendo ROMs. You'll probably hunt some of them down. Others will just be pretty easy to attain. Alright, so that's Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Get back out of there. Let's see. Again, programs. Another one that I downloaded, this was freeware. So in programs, advanced configurations. If you don't want to mess around with the registry because you're not comfortable with it or you don't know how to do it, this program has a lot of stuff built in. Just kind of you know, deselectable or selectable options for you, disable or enable, yes and no's, real basic stuff that you can change, you know, without, you know, having to go through all these different menus and subfolders and things of that nature. So advanced configurations, free software, check it out, download it. Let's see, you've got your registry editing program there. You know, PHM registry, freeware again. I took some programs out of here that I don't use. The Windows Live Search I don't really care for too much, so I took it out. It was taking up a lot of memory. A few other applications in here that I don't really care for or utilize. So let's get out of there. And then I wanted to show you one more thing here. So we go to Programs. I'm sorry. We're going to go to Start, Settings. And so you can see the memory actually. So System. And there's our memory button. Okay, so program memory 19.20 megabytes. Storage memory 11.10 megabytes. If you own a Wing and you haven't made any of these modifications, those numbers aren't even going to be halfway close to that. And that's why the phone runs extremely slow. So again, make the modifications, you know, customize it your own way, put your own personal touch on it. And these are some of the results that you can get without having to do anything too extensive. But again, the major things are the OMAP, that's for the processor speed, and then the other thing is the page pool, which you want to look into. So I would do a general search for OMAP, that's the overclocking, and then XDA forums is really informative. Anything that you can think of is pretty much going to be in that website. As far as any Pocket PC phone goes. So XDA forums, freeware pocketpc.net, and you can customize the phone all sorts of ways. I'm going to do a quick change of my today screen as far as the background theme. So let me check one here. It's a long list of themes. When you get it from T-Mobile, it's got about 5 different, you know, little themes on there. Nothing fancy. So I'm going to check that. I'm going to click OK. Won't take too long for that to apply. Click OK. Exit out. Alright. Nice little Nike theme going there. Just do it. Alright. And I'd advise the same for you guys. If you've, you know, had the phone for a long time or you just got it and you want to mess around with it, just do it. Alright. Hope that was informative. If you got any questions, just leave a little comment or something.